Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my channel if you're new. And if you are already subscribed to my channel, welcome back. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about certain abuses. Mainly, I guess you would call it emotional, psychological, and narcissistically abusive. I have a family member, and I'm not going to say whether they're male, female. I'm just going to say a certain family member in my family. Well, actually, there's more than one, but I'm going to be talking about the one today. They are mentally and emotionally and pretty much psychologically abusing me in a way that I don't even tell my family about it, the ones that I talk to every day, because sometimes I feel it's not worth it, and I've grown accustomed to it, and I kind of ignore their ignoring behavior. I call them cynical. I call them ignorant, and because they don't, it's not that they don't think out of the box. It's, for some reason, they have some kind of hatred among me. And I'm the only one in the family, and I don't understand it, because I treat this person in such a loving way when I see them on holidays. Well, it's been a while because of COVID, but I'm sick and tired of it. And emotionally, to me, before it was draining. Now it's like, I don't know. See, I'm gonna go through the story. I know a couple of you are friends of mine on Facebook, but I don't have any family that watches my channel, and I don't think they can even find me anyways. And I'd rather not let my family know that I'm talking about this, simply because this person that is doing this, they use other types of abuse, or like their own personality in the family, and it upsets everybody. Everybody ignores it in my family. They're like, they just whatever, lets it go over their head. And now, before I go into the rest of this video, if you guys hear my dogs barking or growling or whatever, they're just playing, and the puppy she's being really bitey today. So I'm sorry if that happens. If it does, I'll stop the video and start it again. So anyways, it's funny because this person, every single year on my birthday, they always, the day after my birthday, they wish me a happy birthday and say, oops, sorry, I forgot it was your birthday. Now, I could see it happening once, maybe twice, but every year, no. And this person wishes everybody else a happy birthday. This person comments on everybody else's posts in the family but mine. This person never comments on any of my posts. Nothing. I mean, I don't understand it, because I post on their post. If they put something, and something that I like or whatever, I will comment on it. Thank you for sharing this. I really liked it. I love you and everything. And they don't answer me back. They don't even like my comment. And everybody else, this person likes it, but they don't like my comment, and I don't understand it. Hey, quit. When somebody else I mean, it's so obvious. It is so obvious, you guys. But I want to share with you that Abuse can come in all forms, all types, all shapes, and in all sizes, and it can come from anybody. It can even come from your family. Just because your family is blood doesn't mean anything. Just because you're related by blood doesn't mean you have to have a relationship with them. Me, I'd rather have a relationship with somebody kind before I have a relationship with a family member that's going to treat me like that. It's not worth it. It's not worth my mental, because I already have mental issues. It's not worth it to my mental stability. And yeah, it hurts, but do I cut this person off? Do I cut this person off at all costs? I really don't know, because I don't want to say anything to any of my family members, especially my mom, because my mom will say, just ignore it. It's kind of hard to ignore it. I don't know if I should block this person on Facebook, because they never post anything, rarely post anything that even interests me. And I don't think, who knows, I may post stuff that doesn't interest this person. But yeah, I do, because a lot of times I'll post something that's something funny that they would like, with their humor, and they don't like it. Everybody else will like it, but that person doesn't. So it's hard, you guys. If you ever have anybody that ignores you, that's abuse. Anybody. I don't care if it's your partner, if it is a sibling, if it is even a parent, grandparent. You don't deserve, for one thing, you don't deserve to be ignored. Being ignored sometimes is worse than getting yelled at, because when you're getting yelled at, you're getting, not that you want that attention, you want the attention of that loved one, but when you're being ignored, you felt so unloved, you feel so belittled. I can't explain it unless you're ignored by somebody. And, I don't ignore people. If somebody asks me a question, somebody talks to me, and if I don't like them, I'm gonna say something. Not mean or anything, but I'll say something, and, and then I walk away feeling, I was kind to that person, because that's how I am. I don't want to ignore people. To me, I think that's rude. And my mom has never, ever raised her children to ignore others. She's always raised us to thank everybody, to say please, to be kind, to be, that's how my mom is. My mom, she's not an abusive person. Nobody in my immediate family is abusive. I have, 2 sisters. I got a brother, my mom, and my dad. And my mom and dad raised us pretty well they raised us right. Not right, because no parent is perfect. I'm sorry, no parent is perfect. I'm sure my mom made a lot of mistakes growing up, and my dad also. But they raised us to not hate other people for anything. Their color, their religion, their sexual preference, nothing. I love everybody. If you're going to treat me kind, if you're going to treat me right, I'm going to treat you right as well. So I don't know. But what's hard about all this, it's not like it's just anybody. It is a family member. So how do you go about this? I can be a petty person. I can be real petty. And just like my mom has said before to my younger sister, she said, don't ever make your sister mad. And, people have to watch out for Hope, because, and my mom even said this to me, she said a lot of people underestimate me. And I think I get it from when I was married to my ex-husband, because I dealt with all of the abuse, and in my mind, internally, I thought I thought to myself, okay, how do I get out of this without there being a fight? How do I do something to get a dig back at that person without them um, retaliating? Retaliating is too bad that it could hurt me mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever. So with this, it's a family member. Hey, Maggie. Sorry, you guys, if you can hear all that. But how do you do it mentally? I mean, just like I said, just because you're related to somebody doesn't mean you have to have a relationship with them. That's what's making it hard for me, though, because it's not that I can't accept it and I don't want to accept it. It's the fact that this person's family. I mean, they are blood. And why can't they treat me like I'm their family? I treat them like they're my family. I mean, it's always been that way. And it's only been like the past probably 5 or 6 years that this person has treated me this way, and I don't understand it. Well, it's probably been a little longer, I'm thinking. Probably because I left my ex-husband 10 years ago. It's probably been about 7 or 8 years. It could possibly be. And it's not healthy for me because, like I said before, I've got mental issues. You know, I have PTSD. I have bipolar disorder. And my sister told me something today that I did not know of. I went and looked at my records, from my therapist that she has put in my portal. And it says that I have BPD, and I told my sister this morning, that I have bipolar, or not bipolar, that I have borderline personality disorder. And she said, yeah, you're bipolar. And I was like, no, I'm not. It doesn't say that. And she said they've changed the name of bipolar to a couple other things. So, and she said that BPD is bipolar. So, I haven't looked it up yet. I have not looked it up, and I'm going to because I'm just curious. Because if that means I'm bipolar, and everybody has told me before that I'm bipolar, and I'm like, no, I'm not. But I guess if that is the case, I am. And I have major depressive disorder, anxiety, OCD. There's other things that were in the list. Those dogs are. But it's not good for my mental health to have to worry about stuff like that. And then on top of it, I have the rheumatoid arthritis, I have lupus, and possibly Sjogren's, and that's all physical. And when my mental gets strained, my physical gets strained, and I go into a flare, and then when I flare up, I'm no good. I'm not kidding you. I'm no good because every joint in my body hurts. I get this fatigue. I get these migraines. I get depressed. And I get a fever because I'm sick. My body is sick because I can't fight. My own immune system can't fight its own immune system because I got this. And even though I take my medication, it doesn't help. It does not help. Because even though I'm using my medication in the right, program, whatever, I can't think of the word right now. I'm not putting my mental health there. I have to rise out of that mental health. I have to rise out of it. I have to tell myself, if this person doesn't make me important, why should I try to make myself feel important to them? Because they're just going to come back and ignore me again, which makes me feel unimportant, which if I put them out of my life, I don't have to worry about feeling unimportant because they're not there to make me feel unimportant. I mean, everybody is important. Everybody is important. I don't care who you are. Even if you think you're not, you are important. There's a reason we're all here. There's a reason. Everybody has a reason. But one of the main reasons that we're put here is to not bully and abuse other people. I mean, we're animals. Yeah, we're animals. We're human beings. We are an animal. We don't have to act like animals, though, because we we have a different communication than other animals. We are the only animal that talks and communicates with each other, and we can actually listen to each other and have opinions, different than animals, where they can't give you an opinion. If you hit them, they can't tell you, please don't hit me, you're hurting me. So they, put their head down, or they bite, or they whatever. It's we all, as human beings, we have to communicate with each other. I think a lot of the hatred is because people don't know how to communicate with each other, because they didn't have the communication growing up. They weren't taught the right way to communicate with each other, to be kind with one another. You guys, I have been thinking about this all day, and I was like, I have to put this from pen to paper, and I'm like, no, I'll just put it on a video. I mean, you guys, I may not upload this video. I may not, because it is so emotional and it is private. But you don't have to be that way, and you don't have to be treated that way, because in the end of it, you do you, and you move on with life. Because if that person doesn't want to be around you, or doesn't need you, or doesn't care, then you don't need them. Because all you need are the people who love you and that are around you and that support you. If a person does not support you in any way, shape, or form, that's abuse. Emotionally, if somebody doesn't support you financially, I'm not talking about financially as in 100%. I'm talking about if you have a job and you put your money into the same bank account as that person, and they tell you can't spend money, that's financial abuse. If, per se, somebody comes up to you and says, you're an idiot, and then you get upset, and then you say something to that person, and they're like, oh, I'm just kidding. No, they're not kidding. They wouldn't have said it in the first place to make you upset. That is emotional. That is verbal abuse. Kind of psychological abuse as well. I mean, you don't have to put up with abuse. If you're in an abusive relationship and you know you're in an abusive relationship and you can't get out, there's always a way out. I did it. After 17 years of being with my ex-husband, I did it. If I can do it, because I was down. If I can do it, you can do it. So let's just put this into perspective. If you're ignored and you don't want to be ignored, and you tell that person that they are ignoring you, and that they tell you you're crazy, they're a narcissist. There are so many types of abuse. Please educate yourself. And if you're being abused in any kind of relationship from anybody, your parents, your siblings, your significant other, anybody, you don't have to take it, you guys. You don't have to take the abuse. So anyways, I mean, that's my rant for the day. Those are my thoughts. And yeah, I feel better talking about it. So, and if I do post this, you guys, can you leave any comments down below and tell me what your opinions are, what you would do? Because I'm still on the fence about this, and I don't know what to do. So I'm going to get off here, and I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you have a great weekend, because today's Thursday. We still got Friday ahead of us. TGIF, we can get there. Have a great weekend, you guys. Love y'all, and have a great weekend. Bye.